he admitted, ears flicking on the sides of his head as he tilted it. He admitted, ears flicking on the sides of his head as he tilted it.
Human teenagers sound scary.
Tails said, wringing his hands a little in his lap as he set aside his Miles Electric, tails twitching behind him.
I mean, teenagers in general are scary, but human teenagers sound worse.
He pursed his lips together, thinking to himself and looking a little worried.
They're just misguided kids.
Tom responded, adding a bit of oregano to the mix.
We'd said that they weren't willing to stay with him, and just that they were attacked by a bear.
Sonic cackled, slapping his knee.
Let's be real. Knuckles could take on a bear and win.
Why would I want to take on a bear?
The voice startled them, and they turned to see Maddie taking off her jacket and hanging it on the coat rack as Knuckles stood in the doorway, looking a bit concerned about the hedgehog's words. He shook his head.
If she was guarding her cubs and I had no worry, why would I disturb her?
It's never mind.
Sonic and Tails shared a wry smile as the other two came into the kitchen, Maddie reaching into the fridge for a grape juice and tossing one to Knuckles, who caught it easily. She grabbed herself a soda, smiling and shutting the door.
How's the mama?
Tom asked, leaning over to kiss his wife when she came to give him one.
We managed to save her. She'll be fine with a little rest, and then we'll wait until the babies are old enough to release them back into the wild.
Maddie turned her attention to Knuckles as he popped the straw into his grape juice box, not paying attention to the way the other two were looking at him.
Knuckles saved her just in time.
I was merely doing what I thought was right.
He mumbled around his straw, cheeks heating a little at the attention.
Way to go, Red.
Sonic said with a punch of his hand in the Ichida's direction.
I wish I could see the looks on their faces.
You are aware of those organs.
Who isn't? I'll tell you what they're scared of for your desert for a month.
Knuckles seemed to consider it before nodding.
I find this acceptable.
Weren't you scared?
Tails asked, moving himself to one of the bench seats now that Maddie was home, his ears flattened against his head, teeth worrying his lower lip.
That scared me. I am Knuckles the Echidna. I do not scare easily, let alone from me and humans.
Unless we're watching Ghost Hunters on YouTube, and then it's another thing entirely.
Sonic grinned from ear to ear as Knuckles turned redder, fists squeezing around his grape juice box enough to make it pop. Tom sighed and turned his attention back to the chili, hearing Maddie attempting to calm their boys down as Tails giggled in the background. Oh yes, home?